Hey Melissa, I think first of all, thank you so much for letting me watch and observe your lesson and the video of it. I would like to start with the positive and say, wow, you do a fantastic job with monitoring quite a large classroom for K1 4-year-olds and quite a challenging group of children who have short attention spans. I feel like, yeah, just wow, it's quite impressive what you already can do. I guess my first suggestion would be maybe trying to do something more active when you're introducing, like yours is about rules and why we need to follow rules and what happens if we don't. Maybe finding a song that they can get up and move to, maybe tire them out a little bit, and then sit down. It might help monitor their behavior, although I have no idea how easy that would be. You seem to have quite a few kids who are struggling, but once you started getting into the lesson, you did a really good um, job with first asking them, what are the rules, what are the regulations, writing it down, and then asking them why. Why should we follow these certain rules? You did a really good job with that. And as soon as students um, got to participate more into the lesson, they also started focusing more. Obviously, it's not perfect with about 20 children in your classroom to keep every single one engaged at such a young age. Maybe a suggestion for that would be doing things in centers. So have one group first and do one activity while the others are playing or, role modeling some rules and regulations with your teaching assistant. That could work better. And then you could have more of a focus with the students in your lesson. But I loved the topic. I think it's very important at a young age to establish rules and why we need to follow rules and what happens when we don't follow the rules, as well as getting them to give examples, have some personal experiences so they can relate what they've already been through to the lesson that you are giving. I think you did a very good job. You're very attentive with the kids. I like how you get down to their level and you really work with them individually as well as within a group. You make sure that the individual gets their chance to speak and be listened to, as well as have them working together as a whole group when they're creating, a poster of rules together. You get to see who works well together, who needs more help with like the more social emotional, and yeah, just overall a really great um, job, especially with the challenge that you have in your hands. You're calm the whole time, you don't raise your voice at all, and you seem to have a really good working relationship with your teaching assistant, and she seems to be good at supporting you with the help that you need with some of the more difficult students to control, which is really nice to see. And yeah, I can't wait to watch more of your lessons and hear what you have to say about mine. Thank you.
You know, um, it was just like, you need to sit down. And it wasn't even like a sit down now, anything like that. That's something that I need to work on myself, is being more. I also like the way you started with focusing, the deep breaths.
Yeah, the breathing, I find that very important.
My kids, I've tried doing that with my class, and they're just like,
honestly, it's a process to start with, and even yours are younger. I know with younger kids, giving them a toy, if they have their own toy, and putting it on their belly so they can understand, like, see their breath and understand it. I don't know, like, it's always hard in the beginning to have any norms or, like...
I did that with my kids back in the States, and it was like, the way I taught them was, you hold your finger, you smell the flower, and blow out the candle.
Oh, that's a really good trick. That's a really good idea.
And a lot of times, I usually only did that whenever like they were upset about something.
Yeah.
And they're like, their emotions are out of control and they're crying and they can't, And if they just refuse to do it, then I'll do it. I'll go smell the flower. Ooh, that's a stinky flower. And they start laughing.
Yeah, I love that. And honestly, don't give up. I think if you just keep doing it every day.
Maybe if they're more exposed, the more they're exposed to it, the more they'll get it.
But yeah, thank you.
With the, I was going to suggest when I first started watching that you start with a, just a overall review of all the sounds.
Yeah.
But then I saw that you did that with the star.
I usually.
And I don't know if you knew this or not, but with my class, the way I do the star thing every day with my kids. We do phonics, but I had them go up and touch the star.
Yeah, I should have that plugged in. It's a lot better. I agree. Have them more touching the whiteboard. It doesn't always work.
Right.
But yes, I found out that the Windows computer works better with the interactive whiteboard. But yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't do there's the handwriting thing where it goes, and you have several different things, and you pick a pen. I can't do that on my smartboard because it only works like half the time. So I give up on that.
That works better for me. But the tapping, if it's like one finger, two fingers, I don't know. It doesn't always works really well. Fine.
When they have the big giant letter and it does it by, you press the button and it does it by
itself. And they can press, they can press it.
I've been working with my kids, I don't want you to just press the dot. I want you to follow it.
Yeah, I have them follow it.
Because like some of my kids are the older, the ones that get it, they're just like,
oh, they just click on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, really?
Because the way I do it, I usually because I'm clicking it on my computer to save time as well. I usually have them hold the finger there, and then when I click it, have them follow the thing, and they quite like it.
Oh, like in the air?
Well, I have them follow on the whiteboard, and then on the floor, I'll try and have them just trace it on the floor as well.
I might do that. Have my kids do it the other kids do it on the floor. That might be a good idea because...
Or even for a center. Marcelo was telling me this. I haven't done it yet. Get flour in a bag or paint in a bag and have them trace so they can see the formation.
I want to start doing the trays. I've got a little bag of salt.
Oh, nice. That works.
One of my parents donated or brought it. The kids brought it for the letter S for something. So I did show it to for the S sound, and they brought this bag of salt. Nice. And so I thought about using it for,
Yeah.
My thing
different,
is, yeah, and I'm like, so I asked Marcella about the mess, and she's like, yeah, they're going to make a mess, but it's okay.
But hands-on learning is so important, especially with these.
But I like the idea of having them even, or if I could get them, I don't know if we have them somewhere in the room, I need to ask Amber, or if I can get her to order me something. But I'd like to have each one of them have a dry erase, like a little dry erase board. And
yes, I have some.
And
I do that with mine sometimes. I have.
While the ones on the board doing it, everybody else can do it on the board.
Yeah.
That way they're not just watching. I love the crafts.
Oh, did you see them?
The rabbit and the rainbow.
Yeah.
I love that. Do you do one for each letter?
I try. Sometimes I'm better than others. Sometimes you find more interesting things than others. But yeah, I try and do a craft with every single letter because I want to see, I think some of them are more creative. I want to try and get all of their interests within the letter. So some prefer drawing, some prefer writing, some prefer cutting, so I try and do a little bit of everything. But the crafts, they love it. They're like, when can I take it home? When can I take it home?
I might look into that. I've been doing just coloring sheets.
Yeah, I find that just like
we did a rainbow for R, and they and they enjoy doing that. But I think that's
nice to have a mix.
But that's going to be something that you're going to get tired of, I think.
Yeah, and it's nice to have a mix of things. Sometimes you do coloring, sometimes I like crafts just because they love the end product and they love the not all of them love it, but most of them love it.
I would love to do drums, have them make drums for Dee, but I don't know how to. I wouldn't know.
You can even just get paper cups, and you can have them put something in it, and then just cover it. Bye, Miss. Thank you for everything. And put cling film over it as a simple drum, and they can hit it with their fingers. And then you just get a rubber band and tie it over the top so the cling film gets pulled tight, and they can use that. That's a simple way, and then they can decorate their drum.
Yeah, because like I said, I wanted to do the drum, because the D song is about playing the drum.
Yeah. Duh, duh, yeah.
Yeah. I also liked the differentiation that you did with the word search.
Oh yeah, for the ones who.
I mean that's going to be way too over my kids' head, but I liked that. It kind of inspired me to figure out maybe.
I think that's the hardest thing is differentiating because I have a few of my students who get bored, and so I need to I really try and find something to push them, even if it's hard. It was difficult, but they were determined to figure out how to do it. Yeah.
I got one in particular that I'm thinking of that he's always the first one to get done, and I know he can do more.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't act like he's bored with it, but it's like he wants to play. He wants to go do free play with the cars and stuff.
Yeah, it's just finding what works with them. Like Caleb, my American boy, needs to be pushed. And that was hard for him. But when he started getting it, I was like, okay, now you're going to help the others. The others are a bit lower, but they want to be challenged. And that takes time.
I might try something like that because right now I've just been telling Nico, okay, you're done. You've done all the centers. Now you can go. I want you to play on the carpet on the other side of the room. That way you're not bothering everybody over here that's working.
No, yeah, and if you ever want to plan together, ideas,
if I give him something else to do.
Yeah.
Another center,
even if it's just a center for him, and then either you or your TA can just manage it.
Yeah.
That's what I usually do.
I don't know if I told you, but I like the thumbs up for understanding.
Because not all of them have the English.
Right. So yeah, I like that.
Thank you.
Did you see Marcella? Have you seen Marcella's Jolly Phonics yet?
I haven't seen her do it. No.
She does a lot of active. A lot of active things. Like for 8, she had a hopping race.
Oh, nice.
And then when she played the H song, the Jolly Phonics song, they hopped. They were hopping around the room while they were playing the song.
That's a good idea. I need to do more of that.
So we did. I know when because I wasn't doing that. We were all just sitting on the carpet doing our thing, and then we go, went to our. But when I saw them, so we're doing M. We just finished M, and so we marched around the.
Oh, I like that. I need to incorporate that. I should write that down. I usually do a lot of active stuff, but when I do Jolly Phonics, I do more arts and crafts. I think we get stuck in what we really like. Like, I love the arts and crafts, and I know they love it, but I should do something more like that.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Like I said, I didn't have really. I mean, it was all really good, and the kids seemed they were engaged the whole time.
I love my kids,
and it was really good.
Thank you so much. I think I can.
Okay.